We've built it up just to fall apart. Try to leave them wanting more. As we scream and we fight, carry on through the night. But the problem is never the cure. Every day we try to pay better than the lies and the sins. All the love, all the hate feel like one and the same. I only sink before I swim. I swear this time is gonna be the last one, gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. This time is gonna be the last one, gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. I'll forget all the dreams that we told our hearts and the pain that's there to start. Try to find what is safe from the scars that replace, like the faithful that converts. I swear this time is gonna be the last one, gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. This time is gonna be the last one, gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. I'm standing proud, we sing it out, the legion of the underground. This time is gonna be the last one, gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Miami Heat as they go up against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Taking a look at the Pacers, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And in today's game, size and reach are at a premium. Shaq, Hassan Whiteside, while standing on the floor, can grab the rim with both hands.
Wow. Whiteside led the league in block shots in 2016. Ernie, he averaged more blocks in the league than we had seen in 15 years.
What? 15 years?
Wow.
Wow, that's impressive. But physically, he has all the tools, Ernie. And that, being able to stand and touch the rim without jumping, for him, it's all about mental now. He has the physical tools.
Look at me, though. I'm sitting in a chair and got the rim with both hands.
No,
What's
can't.
the big deal?
Okay.
What's the big deal?
Because that
What
rim
is the big
the
deal?
rim is 3
You know
feet
what I'm gonna do
tall.
one
What
day,
is the
Ernie?
big deal? What are you going to do one day?
I'm going to call Joel and tell him to put Elevator Ernie inside this game so people can see your hops.
That would be good.
It really would be
That
good.
would be good. Can I put my arms down now?
Yes.
Is the rim still there?
Yes.
The buildings of Indianapolis are location tonight, framed against the beautiful nighttime sky. On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready for this thing to get started. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Just off a road trip, the Pacers are back at home. It has not been a dramatic change this season to the performance last year in terms of the record, guys. Every game, though, a chance to get better as a team.
And they know they can beat these guys. They play 3 times this season, so a win tonight means they've locked up the season series. Do you think that'll give them a little bit extra motivation, Clark?
I think mostly they just want to keep improving, build on that earlier win, try to snowball a little bit of momentum here.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Victor Oladipo trained with Dwayne Wade heading into last season. Now, Wade says, we talked about not knowing the path of your career. Don't put limitations on yourself. The result for Oladipo was an all-star appearance. Kevin?
He's definitely on an upward trajectory, DA. Thank you. In the early going here, Doris, we're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor spacing is incredible because when you've got 5 face-up guys, all of whom can put the ball on the deck, all of whom can shoot, it creates so many driving lanes. And the origin of this, to me, goes back to the last Spurs NBA championship. It was such pretty basketball, the movement, the flow. That, to me, was the starting point for all this.
Team's kind of playing outside in, and it's fun to watch the change. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Miami, they've got Whiteside, Josh Richardson out there with Justice Winslow. Then there's Dragic, and it's Magruder in at the 2 spot.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Oladipo.
Wow, what an incredible homecoming for Victor Oladipo in Indiana. This guy put up career year numbers and went from being a piece of a team to somebody you can actually build around.
That one is no good. And Oladipo, the former 2nd overall pick, felt right at home in Indiana.
And sometimes you wonder, Kevin, how much of the early struggles were him or the situation or the fit. Across the board, though, Victor Oladipo showed how impactful he can be in the NBA. I'll tell you, he turns a difficult situation of duress into a simple basket with a precision pass out of the double team.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
And finished off by Collison.
And what I love about Oladipo, he does such a great job playing within the context of the offense. If you're open, he will find you.
And it's Miami's ball. It's a 3-point game. Last time they met was in Miami.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Nothing wrong with aggression as long as you're smart about picking your spots. And let's see if they can be a bit more disciplined this evening.
And that one, good. Oladipo's got 5.
Well, you can tell that over time, Oladipo has gained more and more confidence in his scoring ability, especially that close to the 10.
Winslow against Young. Here's Winslow. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And there's the bucket from Magruder.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Young. And it's Miami with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, a testament to how level-headed this group is. Nice job executing on the offensive end of the floor.
Oladipo misses. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Magruder kicks to Winslow, passes it to Dragic. And the 3-ball is good. Dragic has got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Oladipo misses. Miami leading by 4. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
And it falls over the rim and in. Oladipo's got his third basket of the night right there.
This guy is a terrific mid-range shooter. Victor Oladipo, give him any space, he will take advantage.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And finished off by Oladipo.
The combination of sheer muscle and speed of Victor Oladipo. You can't stop this guy. So excellent at finishing over aggressive defense.
Even though Oladipo didn't spend a lot of time on the Thunder, he does credit his time there, Doris, as a big factor in his development.
He points specifically at Russell Westbrook and the amount of work Westbrook puts into his game. So what did Oladipo do? He changed his frame and he changed his work habits, and that led to an incredible season last year.
That free throw good from Oladipo.
Well, we know that Victor Oladipo is a combo guard, meaning he can play the 1 and the 2. What I like is how impressive his overall game is and the fearlessness with which he plays. Wow.
Here's Magruder. He had 10 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
Shots good from Young.
Hey, listen, we know this about Thaddeus Young. He has very long arms. He's a nuisance on the glass. Big-time energy guy.
Magruder passes to Richardson. There's Winslow. Goes back up. Up again. And Whiteside stays right with it. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Oladipo banked in off the glass. Oladipo's got 12 in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Now, here's Dragic. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Brooklyn. Basket counts. And that's now 6 points for Hassan Whiteside.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity. And very little defense here to start the game.
Boy, both teams rolling right now on the offensive end. We got a little barn burner cooking.
Here's Dragic following the score by Indiana. Whiteside, no good. Oladipo finds Collison. And it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Collison. 16 points for Victor Oladipo.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Here's Magruder, guarded by Oladipo. Here's Dragic from outside, and Oladipo pulls it down. Pacers leading by 3. Magruder with the rebound.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
Outside Dragic, down to 5 on the shot clock. Poked loose. It's stolen by Oladipo. Goes up and finished off by Oladipo.
Love how alert Oladipo is on the defensive end, using that impressive reach to mess with the passing lanes.
The Heat trail by 5. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That is his first foul of the game. Evans, he's checked in for Oladipo.
Checking in for your Pacers, Tyreke Evans.
Here's Richardson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
You know, I like that he didn't go for the straightforward layup. He gave us a little something extra right there.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Look at Indiana. 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And, of course, there's the Heat, 2 games back.
And you know, for the Heat, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
Yeah, I think if that next step was coming, it would have happened by now. They can't be worried about could-haves and should-haves. They need to be focused 100% on the push for the playoffs.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Heat, trailing by 5. Evans with the steal. A nice shot by Collison. Collison's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, this is where Collison can really thrive. In transition, this guy is so phenomenally quick that he's a problem.
There's the feed to Dragic, and they pick up 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
A moment now to see the numbers for Turner. Averaging about 11 points, almost 2.5 blocks, and 4 rebounds. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Well, I love it. Drivers think they see a crease to the lane and go for it. And eventually, he shuts the door.
And that's Evans penetrating. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 4th assist in this one. Doubled by Collison. Dragic with it. Picked up by Collison. Winslow against Young. Here's Magruder. And good that time. Magruder's got 8 points.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Bogdanovich. And the 3 off target.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Knocked loose. Turner with the steal. And here's Young. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Hard to think that Thaddeus Young has been in the league since 2007. But Dorsey still puts up numbers.
Well, he does, Kevin, and that's because he runs the floor hard. He's dangerous in transition. He's going to score. He's going to rebound, and teammates love him.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Pacers.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this back court has kept them in the game.
Adebayo kicks to Johnson. Back to Adebayo. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Adebayo's got his first basket of the night.
I know how popular threes are in the NBA. Boy, you can't do better than those quality looks in the paint.
To the inside. That one, no good. Evans with some nice D.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Now, O'Quinn has proven to be a capable jump shooter, and as you can see, he's starting to test his range beyond the arc. That's intriguing.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Here's Holiday. Buries it down low. And the Pacers lead by 8.
Always like seeing Evans share the basketball. A capable passer who knows how to get his guys going.
Wade double team. Here's Adebayo. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Here's McDermott. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Justice Winslow.
I think I like the skill set of Doug McDermott. He's a phenomenal shooter, and he's got tremendous range. Well, Doug McDermott has bounced around since entering the league. He's been productive everywhere he's played to a certain extent, but he's looking to find that long-term home.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. And with all the bouncing around, it's been hard for McDermott to get settled.
Right, we know this about Doug McDermott. The guy's a strong outside shooter, and that shooting should always find him in the rotation. This guy has got to grow as an all-around scorer.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Heat. He hits the second from the line. The Heat trail by 9. Wade kicks to Olynyk. Back to Wade. Pass to Olynyk. Clock at 6. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Olynyk's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. From deep, Evans. The shot, no good. The Heat go the other way with it. Pass to Ellington. Inside, Wade. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now just a 4-point Pacer lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And he gets the bucket. And that's now 6 points for Tyreke Evans. And it's Wade with the ball for the Heat. Evans with the steal. And Evans throws it down hard.
And if there's a path to the hoop, you can bet Evans is going to try and find it. He stays in constant motion, looking to get to the basket and finish at the rim.
Johnson kicks to Wade. No good from outside. Pacers leading by 8. Evans goes in, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Evans has got 10 points.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And the pass to Wade. Gets an open look and hits. Wade's got his second basket.
Well, just continues to make his living from right there. Dwayne Wade feels so comfortable in the mid-range.
Good on the shot.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. It's deflected. Johnson, a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Tyreke Evans, good for 3. He's got 13.
We know this about Kyle O'Quinn. If you're open, the big man will connect with you.
Adebayo passes to Johnson, and Tyreke Evans is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Joseph, he's checked in for the Pacers. To the middle, here's Ellington. Kicks it to Johnson. Wade with no one around. That one falls coming off Johnson's feed. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight. Joseph against Johnson, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Miami.
Well, that's the speed and a little bit of craftiness on display from Corey Joseph. So difficult to contain when he's aggressive.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
Free throw good, Joseph.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, what I like about Corey Joseph is this guy will give you a little bit of everything. Perhaps most importantly, guys, you know he's going to play consistently good defense.
Here's Olynyk. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And that's Evans penetrating. The shot from the low post is good. Evans has got 15 points.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Boy, they have come out strong. They've controlled the pace, asserted their will. Wow.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Pacers out in front. They're up by 10. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. Dwayne Wade talked about the potential of this team as well as the challenges they face this season.
If we understand our potential, can develop to be a great team in this season. But that's the hardest part, is understanding your potential when you have guys who's never been through it, as a collective group. So that's the biggest challenge, is to understand, okay, we're good, guys. We can win some games, but can we get to the next level of being great?
That's the veteran mindset a player like Wade brings to the group.
Exactly. I mean, he's fully aware of the importance of experience, a true leader for his team.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Yeah, getting an early boost from the bench, that's been the difference here so far.
Boy, the bench has been sensational. They've come in, run the offense, and are capitalizing on all opportunities.
Joseph at point, and he teams up with Evans in the backcourt. Sabonis is out there with McDermott, and it's O'Quinn in at the center position. That's the Pacers' 5. So many aspects go into developing, Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture there. That makes so much sense. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, DA. Thank you.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Bucket is good. Evans has got the lead up to 14 now for Indiana.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Johnson kicks to Wade. Pass to Ellington. A 3-ball. The basket good off the assist from Wade. 3 points. Wade's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, the basketball mind that Dwayne Wade possesses is so special. What understanding and feel for where his guys will be.
Tyreke Evans not the biggest free agent this past offseason, but Greg, many teams vied for his services.
Pacers were able to win out, and he should be a good fit. Can act as another playmaker and ball handler for the team. Turned down playing with the Warriors, Lakers, and Thunder to come to this Indiana squad.
2 shots.
That free throw missing. And some changes here for the Pacers. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Victor Oladipo in for McDermott. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. It's not often that you can land a franchise player via trade, but that's what the Pacers were able to do with Victor Oladipo.
And now the question becomes for Indiana, how do you build around Victor Oladipo, right? The front office has done a great job the last few seasons collecting talent. They continue to add shooting on the perimeter to help space the floor, and now you're starting to see some inside scoring threats develop. This is an interesting organization.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. The Pacers making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Richardson, he's checked in for the Heat. Dragic comes in for Tyler Johnson. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Joseph against Dragic. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's foul number 2 for him.
Guys, that's number 2 on him, and they do not need him to sit right away, but one more foul before the half, and he'll be headed to the bench.
Young's checked in for the Pacers, and Miami also making a switch. Whiteside's checked in. Now a timeout called by Miami.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue, and it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
And a look here at the shot chart for Evans.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around, as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Now here's Dragic. 5 points in the game, 6 to shoot. 3-pointer Ellington, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Ellington's got 8 points here in this quarter.
If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now here's Ellington, guarded by Oladipo. 3-pointer. The shot by Ellington, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's good. Oladipo's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pacers.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
To the paint. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
Let's a floater go. Count that one. Oladipo's got 26.
I'll tell you, when Oladipo starts to percolate, he is really tough to get out of rhythm. How about his scoring right now?
Dragic finds Ellington. Up and in on the layup.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Oladipo, and finished off by Oladipo.
I'll tell you, terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
The Heat trail by 14. It's stolen by Oladipo. Stops, pops, and again it's Indiana converting.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
There's the double team with Joseph. Inside. Pass to Olynyk. That's tipped. It's stolen by Oladipo. Yep, that one goes. Oladipo's got 32 points in the game.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Here's Richardson.
Stop it!
Nasty. Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Here's Oladipo, buries it down low. He's got 34.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Dragic dishes to Ellington. From the top of the key, he buries it. Ellington's got 14.
Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Darren Collison, he's checked in for Oladipo. And then for Miami, Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. And Rodney Magruder's subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. It's a 16-point game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Goran Dragic, a slippery lefty out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. A player who can calm down a team in a very interesting intersection in a game is a valued commodity. And Doris, you see a lot of these players every game in the league that have that quality.
You do, and you could go across any number of organizations. I would begin with Chris Paul, who has the ability to hit big shots, either on his own ability to break a defender down or to find the right person to create that opportunity. Sean Livingston of the Golden State Warriors and Andre Iguodala of the Golden State Warriors are two what I like to call stabilizers. And then the other great guy, of course, so we have to include him in every conversation, is LeBron James, because he can dictate the outcome of a game on a possession-by-possession basis.
Miami no good on that time either. Indiana leading by 14. Here's Collison. A beautiful reverse layup. Collison's got 6.
Well, this speaks to the fearlessness of Darren Collison. It doesn't matter that he's battling inside, challenge the defense. He's got tremendous confidence.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Here's Magruder. He's got 8. Now a timeout called by Miami. You know, Doris, wherever Corey Joseph has gone, he has always found himself a role.
Well, Kevin, I think it helps that he does not have a big weakness to his game, and Corey Joseph has proven he can knock down open shots, and he does everything at a very solid level.
While there's a break in the action, here are the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA, revealing the top three-point shooters. Bogdanovich is second.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
And that one drops for him. 9 points for Goran Dragic.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Shots good from Young.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Pass to Magruder. To the paint. Here's Winslow, and the dunk by Winslow.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way.
The Heat trail by 16. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Here's Magruder. Good on the three-point shot. Magruder's got 11 points.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
Here's Collison, and it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight. Dragic with it, picked up by Collison. Over Joseph, and another basket for Miami.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Releases from 15, off the left rim and out.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
Down low, here's Magruder. Winslow kicks to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Magruder, they grab their own miss, and Whiteside stays right with it.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Good on the shot. 8 points for Darren Collison.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Heat trail by 11. Here's Dragic, and he gets it to go.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Here's Joseph. Lays it up off the glass. Joseph's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now, Corey Joseph does not lack for confidence on the interior. Don't let the size fool you. The frame, the game, it's all there.
Here's Magruder, and it's sent back by Turner.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy, and he's lost his feel a little bit.
Count that bucket.
I'll tell you, unless someone gets a hand to it, it's hard to miss the mark from that close range.
Here's Magruder. 11 points in the game. Back to Dragic. The 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
Collison, good.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Al Richardson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
And that one, good. Bogdanovich has got his first basket.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go, that's their philosophy.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
I'm the man, don't wanna see me mad. What you do is you lost. Go ahead and call a cab. Hey, yesterday my mother called me. She told me that she be worried about my food and what I eat. And I told her it's calorie. When I got no plans, sipping on it after dinner. You say you hang with the man. I see him when I'm in the mirror. The middle of the day ain't even had to deal on your feel. Everybody show up cause they know I'm here every week.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And then for Miami, Bam Adebayo comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Richardson. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Indiana. They led by as many as 18 points. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Back to Dragic. 3-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
3 points.
Wade's got 4 assists in the game. And that's Evans penetrating, and he banks in the layup. Evans has got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
Here's Dragic. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
Here's O'Quinn. Second chance shot. He lays it in. O'Quinn's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And it's good for 2.
Dwayne Wade will finish his career as one of the 5 best 2 guards in the league because of his scoring. But he's always been a terrific passer. Look at that assist. So nice, D. Wade.
Magruder kicks to Dragic. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far. Indiana leading by 11. Holiday goes in. There's Sabonis. Yep, it counts.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Dragic the pass to Magruder. To the inside.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into easy points.
No good from Dragic. Good if it goes. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Indiana riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Dwayne, is defense where you're going to win this game?
Well, it is. You know, we got to get more stops, and when we get opportunities to get on transition, we got to look up and we got to get the ball up. I think right now we're getting rebounds and we're taking a break. We got to go, man. We got a very deep team. We got to use it. So second half, we're going to look to run a little more.
Yeah, walking it up isn't going to get it done against this team. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Victor Oladipo had it going on in the first quarter. He had 34 points, 5 steals, and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The Heat trail by 15. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. We've got Josh Richardson, Justice Winslow out there with Whiteside. Then there's Dragic, and it's Magruder in at the 2. Now here's Winslow. Whiteside inside. Turner covering. Good work defensively by Turner. To the inside. Here's Young. Here's Oladipo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Goran Dragic.
Well, Victor Oladipo is unafraid in the face of contact. That's a nice move.
For Indiana, they have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And he knocks down the first one. Oladipo hits them both. The Heat trail by 17. Out to the right wing. And it's Magruder missing.
Boy, they're slow coming out of halftime. Just 0 for 3 to start this half.
Oladipo, good.
Boy, the strength of Victor Oladipo is on display there. Effortlessly absorbing the contact. Nicely done.
Richardson, no luck.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Now here's Dragic. Here's Whiteside. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 6th assist on the night.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Oladipo plays it up and banks it in. Oladipo's got 42 in the game.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
They get it back. Whiteside, no good. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. The Heat shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Richardson finds Dragic. Nails the 16-footer. Dragic has got 23.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Oladipo goes in. Count it, good.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Here's Magruder. Here's Whiteside. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
I'll tell you, good things always come when you've got players who work hard for second chance opportunities.
Oladipo. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Well, we know Oladipo is an elite dunker, one of the most creative guys when he's at the rim.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, the Pacers have been a huge surprise since they traded away Paul George. Now, Coach Nate McMillan said, for us, it's about developing that culture and that identity, and we're still doing that. I think we're only starting to scratch the surface. Kevin?
No doubt, David, they've got some promising young players on that team. Thank you.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
And there's the foul. It's on Rodney Magruder. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
A different look for Miami. Ellington comes in for Rodney Magruder. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, but just the second turnover of the game. I mean, overall, pretty meticulous offensively.
The Heat trail by 19. Now a timeout called by Miami.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Now to see the numbers for Richardson. He's getting around 20 points per, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
Now here's Ellington. 14 points for him. And yes, it's good.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
It is such a treat to have a point guard like Collison. He is so effective orchestrating this offense.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
You know, when you think of Darren Collison, I think of a smart point guard. Had 2 seasons playing understudy to Chris Paul in both New Orleans and L.A. Similar type of players who are very efficient and just gets the job done.
The shot's good from Ellington.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Well, Oladipo soars for the slam. That's pretty, guys.
Now here's Johnson. No points in the game yet for him. And with Collison, and Greg, how he plays, when he's off the floor, you notice.
I mean, things just don't seem to run as smoothly when he's not at the helm. Finds that balance between creating for himself and others, selective with his shots, and truly a complete guard, even if he doesn't do a lot of those flashy things.
Now here's Oladipo. Following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Johnson against Collison. Ellington from outside. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 4 rebounds in this game. The drive by Collison, and so the ball out of bounds. Collison touched it last. And a look at the locations on the floor where he's been shooting the ball.
And what a big-time game we've seen from him. He's been the one looking to create and get a shot each trip down the floor. Every time a shot falls, his confidence just grows and grows. Just an all-around tremendous offensive showing.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Oladipo's running. Connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. The Heat trail by 20. In the corner, it's Ellington. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ellington's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Heat. Oladipo with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. In the corner, it's Ellington. No good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Oladipo, here we go, and it's in there. Oladipo's got 54 points.
The speed of Victor Oladipo is mind-boggling. This guy gets to the cup with ease.
The pass to Richardson. On the wing, Ellington. Here's the three. Drains the three-pointer. Ellington's got 11 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Oladipo. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Winslow kicks to Ellington. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Oladipo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists now in this one. Johnson with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And good! There's another. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Heat shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Ellington from outside. Offensive rebound. Whiteside, good.
Timeout.
Whiteside's got 14 points for the game.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
I didn't like my head, so I chopped it up. I didn't like my legs, so I chopped him up. One finger at a time, I chopped him up. I didn't like my tummy, so I chopped it up. Hands off my body. Hands off my body.
And the Heat with some changes. Adebayo is checked in for Richardson, and Dwayne Wade subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Indiana leading by 20. And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract break from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who've played for the Heat. We're talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less.
McDermott, that one a little long. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Winslow kicks to Adebayo. And here's Winslow. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Drains the three-pointer.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Wade kicks to Johnson. No good with the triple.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
And it's the Heat with the ball. The Pacers making the shot. Winslow kicks to Johnson. Now here's Winslow. Tight defense on him. Here's Wade. 4 on the clock. The baseline jumper goes down. Wade's got 11 points.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter. Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
Adebayo with the bucket. Adebayo's got 4 points this quarter.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal. And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
The Heat trail by 17. Johnson outside. Here's Whiteside. Sabonis grabs the board. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator. And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Johnson outside. Passes it to Adebayo. Out to Wade. Fires for three. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's McDermott. No good. Shot missing. And Miami the other way now. Here's Winslow. 7 points in the game. Johnson double-teamed. Out to the wing. Adebayo passes to Johnson. 5 to shoot. The dish to Winslow. And no good. Excellent D there from Holiday. Evans goes in. A beautiful reverse layup. Evans has got 31.
And how about the confidence from Evans? He's feeling like no one can stop him playing with a ton of heart.
And he makes that one.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 33 points for Tyreke Evans.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Wade. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And Evans throws it down.
And Evans there showing the ability to elevate. When you let him get near the bucket, he has the ability to hurt your feelings.
Here's Wade. He's got 13.
Yo, get on D, Wade.
29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Takes a three. Sabonis grabs the board.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's McDermott. Here's O'Quinn, and he makes good on the layup. O'Quinn's got 11 points.
Boy, you got to give it to the big fella from Norfolk State. O'Quinn making his presence felt on the second chance opportunities.
To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Victor Oladipo getting it done for the Indiana Pacers. He has never been better. This is the most points he's scored in his career. And he is looking to add to it. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Hey, what we got to do here is we got to execute offensively, set solid screens, and be patient if you get the switch. Okay, be patient if you get the switch.
Well, the message there, practicing patience out there, doesn't want them to be in a rush at all.
And why should they? Right now, it's all about making the right play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Sabonis and Turner inside. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Tyreke Evans. And it's McDermott in at the three. That's the Pacers 5. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Last season, Doris, the NBA hosting 4 regular season games in Mexico, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the NBA playing in Mexico City.
Well, Kevin, you know this. Mexico City is the 5th largest city in the world. You are a geographic expert. This is a gateway to all of Latin America, and the NBA, as always, eager to expand their presence in new markets.
I agree. And the fact, Doris, they're so progressive has just, given them so much new things, revenue, growth avenues to follow. It just opens up a whole new area where they can grow.
Never rest on your laurels, Kevin. Always work hard, just like the great Kevin Harlan does.
Outside Robinson, Wade outside. Dragic with a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Yep, that one goes in there. Evans has got 39.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
No good from Wade. The Pacers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. McDermott, the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, you have to love the activity from O'Quinn, the hustle and the highlight.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat. Inside, here's Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Second shot opportunity, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Miami.
250 pounds with broad shoulders. Kyle O'Quinn, tough to contain this guy inside.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, something interesting about Kyle O'Quinn. He's widely considered one of the funniest players in the NBA.
And that sense of humor, I think, can unite a locker room. It's led to some crazy interactions with celebrities and spawned some great pranks. But you love to have positive energy. It makes for a very good teammate.
So he gets them both. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro overseas at 16, would something like that work in this country?
You know what, Kevin? I'm not necessarily for something like this. What I do believe is the NBA could become more involved across the board, and we should have more uniformity in basketball in general. And I think one of the ways to do that is to make sure we set up some sort of basketball committee across the different levels of basketball, starting with youth, going to high school, into college, then the semi-professional sort of basketball leagues out there, or the formative leagues like the G League, and then the NBA. I think we just need to look at the game in its totality and create some measure of uniformity. But frankly, I don't love the idea of 13 and 14-year-olds leaving their home to go to, quote, sport academies.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Dragic dishes to Haslam. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Haslam.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Evans laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Evans has got 45 points.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
And Robinson wide open, he shoots. And it's Miami with another.
The assist,
Pacers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Evans goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Evans has got 47 points.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Robinson finds Dragic. Jones looking for an opening. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Tuesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets.
And for that Raptors game, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
And he knocks down the first one. The G League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced 2-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it an official minor league at this point, do you think?
Well, I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a 2-way player in Quinn Cook who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this. Joseph against Dragic, 6 on the shot clock, and the basket by Olynyk.
Well, you love how Kelly Olynyk works off the pick and roll. He knows exactly where to be.
Here's Oladipo. Hits it again. Wow. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And it's Dragic with the ball for Miami. He kicks to Olynyk. Back to Dragic. Stolen by O'Quinn. And here we go. Here's McDermott. Robinson pulls it in.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
Here's Jones. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Now McDermott buries it down low.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And Jones slams it in.
And look, if he gets it that low, he's going to hurt you.
Right, you can't be surprised when he burns you. The defense must force him out of the paint.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside Dragic, stolen by O'Quinn. And here comes Leaf, leading the fast break. And that one drops for him.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
Here's Haslam. Another shot, and it's good off the glass.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Jones kicks to Robinson. Back to Jones. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's McDermott, defended by Jones. Here's Oladipo. Robinson pulls it in. Heat shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. Launches it. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. That shot wide open. 66 points for Victor Oladipo.
Well, it's a difficult guard contending with Victor Oladipo because this guy is prepared on the catch to make a shot.
Dragic against Joseph. Dragic, the pass to Olynyk, kicks it to Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Heat.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Oladipo laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Oladipo's got 8 points in the quarter.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you, he's relentless right now. He's going straight at the defense and knocking down a lot of shots in this quarter.
So often when a player changes teams, Doris, you see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is, teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
Olynyk can't hit.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Shooting for Indiana, Victor Oladipo. 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
He misses the free throw. Second free throw, no good. Doors with a more punitive luxury tax, draft picks with their cost-controlled salaries, never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization. And both times, those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value.
And that one falls for Robinson. McDermott's checked in for Indiana. Both good from the line that time. And here are the Pacers now. They're on a 17-6 run. Holiday gets the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Johnson kicks to Adebayo. Here's Ellington. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Ellington's got 27 points. Here's Leaf. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
And the dunk by Olynyk.
Well, at 7 feet, Kelly Olynyk doesn't have to go far for the flush.
Now, here's Joseph. He's covered closely. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
I'll tell you, what an effort on the glass. Even with this lead, they're still going all out.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Miami. Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation views their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. You subscribe, and like me, you love the G League.
I'm always twitching.
Both free throws good from Holiday. And the Heat shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Johnson against Holiday. Johnson inside, and he drops it in from the low post. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Baseline jumper, and he hits the jump shot. Leafs got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, McDermott is so good playing within the confines of the offense. Terrific spreading the basketball around the floor.
Olynyk dishes to Johnson. Picked his pocket. Here's Leaf. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
McDermott finds O'Quinn. Here's Joseph. Here's Leaf. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pacers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Oladipo.
Boy, what a security blanket this guy has been on the offensive end. He made sure they didn't suffer any cold spells. And anytime the offense started to get stagnant, they could get him the basketball, and he'd get them in the right position.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Pacers. Evans comes in for Corey Joseph. Robertson hits them both. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Evans attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup. Evans has got 49 points in the game.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
And the shot goes in.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
And the Pacers call time here. They're up by 41. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Victor Oladipo.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. A baseline J. Holiday, the pass to Sabonis. Ball stolen. Outside Robinson. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And that one is stuffed right through.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And there it is for him.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Johnson surveying the floor. A shot by Ellington, no good. Evans attacking. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Victor, you guys have been pushing the tempo, looking to get out and run, and it's working. Has that been a focus of late?
We figured out that we got to play fast and we got to play high tempo no matter what happens, and we got to stay together. So we got to just continue to keep working.
Well, you certainly hit them first tonight, Victor. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.